when I think of targeting buyers, I think of two things: buyer characteristics and converting channels. So this is your average Google Analytics dashboard. We go into reports and we start to think about buyer characteristics. So we're going to go into user attributes and demographic details because we want to know the human features of our buyers. By default, Google Analytics shows you this country view first. Often in an e-commerce business, you kind of know the country, so this is not that useful data, and it's interesting that they show this one to you first. But if you go to this teeny tiny drop-down menu here, you suddenly have access to all this incredibly interesting information that is basically hidden from you. So we can get the age of our customers. Here it's ranked by active users, so the unknown or not set, these are people that use ad blockers or for some reason Google can't figure out their characteristics, so we ignore them. Over 65-year-olds are the highest number of users in this period, but I'm not actually interested in the highest number of users because remember, heaps of your users will bounce immediately, and we don't want to be giving ads to people that bounce. We want to be giving ads to people that buy. So if we scroll down, what I'm really interested in is key events and the key event rate. So this setup requires event tracking has been set up. So I've set up event tracking using Google Tag Manager, and I've put a purchase event on Switched On Bike's buy button and hire button. So when a customer comes to the website and clicks on buy or hire, it sends Google Analytics an event, which I can then use in this data. It's super useful. Why that's interesting is I can then see, so key events are things that I've got events like buying the product, looking at signing up to the wait list, using the contact form, and then I've defined some of these as key events. So that's buying, pretty much people that buy. So I can then rank customers by the number of purchases, by the amount of purchases they make per customer. And you see when we do that, the numbers completely flip. Now it's 18 to 24-year-olds that make the most purchases. I have a couple of events. I have hiring and renting, so I'm going to use all events and rank the numbers by there. And we see that 25 to 34-year-olds they're my target market because they do the most purchases and hires. So that's really interesting. If I just looked at numbers of people, I would be targeting ads at 65-year-olds. Now I'm targeting ads at 30-year-olds. Couldn't be more different. So knowing the rate, the conversion rate of a customer group is more important than knowing the number of customers that come. And that, I cannot stress that enough. If you haven't got event tracking set up, Google will try and do this for you. They'll sort of guess whether a button is a purchase button. So this information might be a little bit helpful, but getting event tracking set up is a really important step in using analytics properly. So how are we going to refine this down? We know in New Zealand and the US, but how are we going to refine it more? We look at interests. This is a goldmine. I cannot believe they don't put this first. You need to be getting about 2,000 customers to your website a month to be getting this information. Otherwise, Google blocks it because they think that you'll know too much about individual users. So, which interests lead to the most purchases? We've got fans of South Asian film, fashion, shopping, world music, sci-fi movies, comedies, cooking, fitness. These are the Americans. Transport, because they're into cycling. Okay, so I'm getting a bit of a picture here of a 30-year-old woman who is interested in travel, maybe, and going to different parts of the world, who loves entertainment, who loves kind of escapism, imagining things, and entertaining, probably. Likes maybe being with other people, movie nights, travel, probably interesting international cuisine, has a big circle of friends, likes to really enjoy life, loves good flavors, loves travel, a bit adventurous. So I'm building up this picture of the type of person that I'm going to target my ad at. So then I start to think what content will appeal to that person, so I'm trying to get them to rent an e-bike. So maybe I'm showing them out on a bike with all their friends, having a big laugh, going somewhere really interesting and new. So I'll put maybe a secret location that's visually beautiful, not many people know about, near Wellington, and I'll show them all going there on e-bikes. I'll make it a video so it's dynamic, and I'm going to target it at women who are 30 and who are interested in travel, gourmet international cuisine, have a vibrant social life, and interested in different forms of entertainment and entertaining. Cool.